Hey guys, I'm back from my Disney trip. Um, just got back today. This is a Thursday. I think it's like 9:30 right now. I got home at around, I think, maybe 8 o'clock. Um, Going to Disney, I mean, it's definitely, I think, a place that little children would enjoy more, but it's still Disney World. I had a lot of fun. We were there for 3 or 4 days. I can't remember, but I remember day one we went to Magic Kingdom, and we day one was just Magic Kingdom. Okay, we did this band. It was a band trip, and I did this band thing at the very beginning where we played Disney music, and then they put the music that we played in the soundtrack of a movie clip that we could watch. Day two was Hollywood Studios, which was my favorite part. Day three was Animal Kingdom and Epcot. Animal Kingdom and Epcot was probably my least favorite. It rained a lot there, and if you've seen the weather or anything, you know that there's a tropical storm hitting there. So we left literally right when it was getting really bad. Disney, it's definitely very, just, everything is just so high tech. Like, I wonder if I have my wallet with me. I don't think I do, but, they give you this card. It's a fast pass. I had this thing called a fast pass, and what that is like if I wanted to ride a ride, I could put my card in a machine, I get out a little ticket, and I could come back to that ride at that time, and I could get right into the ride. Well, they had me touch my card to this little machine, and then I had to put my finger down on this little fingerprint thing. I mean, it was so high-tech. All the rides and the robots and shit were cool. My favorite rides were... I had a huge fear of roller coasters, and I think I broke that. I rode Space Mountain once. I rode Rock and Roller Coaster 3 times. I did the Tower of Terror 3 times. And at Animal Kingdom, I rode Mount Everest 7 times. Mount Everest was probably my favorite ride. Mount Everest or Rock and Roller Coaster. Other cool rides, there was literally a section dedicated to Star Wars at this place, which, for me, it was like stepping into heaven. And they had this ride called Star Tours, where they strap you in this little room, and you're watching like a 3D movie, you know, and like I remember it's like you're going into space, and then at one point they like jettison on a Tatooine, and you're in a pod race, and you're racing. I mean, it was cool. And there was this thing called the Jedi Training Academy, which was this Jedi would train little Padawan learners to become Jedi, and there were these little volunteer kids, and I'll have to post the video. I took a video of it. It was like the funniest thing ever, yet this guy told the corniest, stupid Star Wars jokes. Yet I laughed my ass off, and I'm wondering if it was just I was really tired. But I had a lot of fun. I didn't get a lot of souvenirs. Everything costs expensive. I wanted to spend most of my time in the Star Wars store, but everything was so expensive there. The only 2 souvenirs I got was, I got this Star Wars pin. It has Mickey Mouse holding a lightsaber. I thought it was pretty cool. I think that was $10. And the other thing, if you were friends with me on Facebook, I posted some pictures of this. We went to this restaurant called the T-Rex, and it reminded me a lot of Jurassic Park, where it's a restaurant and they have like a whole bunch of animatronic dinosaurs that roar every now and then, and they had huge tanks filled with fish. And they had this part in the restaurant called Build a Dinosaur, which is basically Build-A-Bear. And I built a dinosaur. I named it Stanley Kubrick. And I got its clothes because I was wearing a red shirt and I was wearing gray or tan shorts that day, and I thought that was kind of funny. Again, if you're friends with me on Facebook, I posted a lot of pictures of Disney on there, and I'll post the Jedi training video on here sometime. That is something that I just think is hilarious. And I saved a couple of the maps that I got and some of the bags. But really, I think the best parts for me, it was just, you know, the band went, so it was my closest friends, and some of my closest friends are graduating tomorrow, and this was kind of like a great final send-off. Tomorrow's graduation, and then I have open houses to go to on Saturday and Sunday, and that'll be it for, you know, this school year. What am I going to do during the summer? I'll probably spend it buying movies and watching them like I normally do. I'm not going to Utah this year because Disney was the big trip for the summer. And I'll probably go see friends and visit them and stuff like that, but I'll definitely not be looking as forward to band next year because my senior friends won't be there. I'll definitely miss them all. Of course, this isn't the final goodbye, and even after their open house, I still probably will see them sometime, but it still kind of sucks. But if you've never been to Disney World and you're a movie, it's like a great place for movie nerds, because at the Hollywood Studios part, I mean, they had the Great Movie Ride, which was really gay, but it was kind of cool where you took like this little ride through famous movie scenes, and there was like a scene from The Wizard of Oz. There was one from Casablanca, and there was one from Alien and Indiana Jones, and they had this thing called the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular, which was, you could watch scenes from Raiders of the Lost Ark basically being acted out in front of you, and a lot of Star Wars stuff. I saw a guy dressed up as Darth Vader and stormtroopers, which was really cool. They had famous Hollywood sites recreated, like the Brown Derby restaurant and Grauman's Chinese Theater. And inside the Grauman's Chinese Theater place, they had actual live movie props. And I put those pictures on Facebook too. I saw the hologram chess set from Star Wars Episode 4. I saw Robert Englund's Freddy sweater from Nightmare on Elm Street 2. And then I saw the carousel horse that Julie Andrews rode in Mary Poppins. I mean, it was really cool. I had a lot of fun. I mean, it's definitely... I found it ironic how they call it the happiest place on earth yet. Half the time, you know, I wasn't happy because it was hot. I hated waiting in line forever for the rides, but I had the Fast Pass thing, so generally I didn't have to wait a huge amount of time. I think the longest I waited for a ride was an hour, which at Disney isn't bad. I know that there was a ride at Epcot called Soarin' that I didn't do, but people waited in that line for 2.5 hours to ride it once. And that's just ridiculous. I was not going to wait 2.5 hours for a ride. But yeah, favorite ride was Mount Everest or the Rock and Roller Coaster, but this is definitely my favorite souvenir. I would have loved, they had like a Star Wars lightsabers there, and masks and t-shirts. They had a Darth Maul t-shirt, but it was so expensive. And this guy, Stanley Kubrick, probably my favorite souvenir. I imagine I'll probably put him maybe on my dresser. I never had a stuffed animal growing up, not really, so Stanley Kubrick might be my stuffed animal. But that was my trip to Disney, guys. Probably won't post any more videos for a while, because I have to settle down, get unpacked, and again, I have to perform at graduation tomorrow. Then Saturday and Sunday I have open houses, and basically in that time I'm just gonna, whenever downtime I have, I'm just gonna catch it up on sleep, because the bus ride was it was basically like 21, 22 hours, and for me it was not easy to sleep on the bus. But I do want to get Stephen King's new book. I had heard it was coming out, but I didn't know it came out while I was in Disney. It's called Joyland. I want to get it so bad tomorrow. I don't know if I can. I might have to wait, but my mouth was watering when I found out it came out. I've been waiting for this book. And I got to see the cover for Dr. Sleep, which comes out in November. So that's 2 Stephen King books in 1 year, and that's just great. But if you want to see pictures of my Florida trip, you can check them out on Facebook. I already deleted them off my phone, so maybe I could find a way to post them on here. But again, if you want to see my Disney pictures, check those out. And I'll post the Jedi Training Academy video here sometime soon. But this is my little vlog from my Disney trip, and thanks for watching, guys.